Today we're doing our next part of World War One here, and it seems that World War One, the Team One has really turned the tide of the war. Yeah, Team Two they may look strong, but there's only like 4 countries in Team Two. However, Team One only has like one really powerful country, while Team Two has two very powerful countries as well. Here, and could the tide of the war change? So Team One will continue their invasion of Team 1 using these forces here as well here with the help of the brown country, the maroon country, I think it's maroon. This country will continue to move into this area right here. Here, and this country will move right here into this land right here. The maroon country will continue to move into this country right here and continue to basically invade this large country right here as well. This country is basically out of the war at this point. The green country will occupy the rest of the land as well here. Basically, not a fight against green country forces as well here. Yeah. However, the maroon team really and the maroon country will continue to invade these Chinese countries right here as well here. However, they're not gonna really invade up north as there's really no need to as this area is just recently just populated as well here. The green team will be able to push back, however, with the help of Greenland, the Greenland country will be able to push back against this country right here. With the help of the Greenland country as well here. They're able to send a few bit of forces here with the help of these guys right here. Team 2 is able to push these guys back out a little bit as well. Also to help the little ally to the south here. And this country will also continue to invade this country here. Even with the help of Greenland, it seems like all hope is lost. The Team 1 is continuing to struggle against Team 2, as Team 2 is significantly much more powerful. And it gets worse when a new country joins Team 2, and that's this country right here. They'll join Team 2 because they want to basically expand, obviously, as well here. So they'll send their small army in, and so this is a very new country here. And then this country will also join Team 2. Okay. Team 2 is kind of struggling as well here. Now, Team 2 will continue to do very well in this war, taking a lot of the land as well. Team 1 will continue to struggle as well in this battle against these two countries as well here. Also, I think this is the same exact country. This is the same exact country. They have two capitals for some reason. Again, there are some countries that actually exist that do have two capitals. So, Team 2 will continue to invade the South Chinese land here. Invading some of the more populated regions of this area right here. And basically taking over a lot of this land here. Team 2 will continue to invade this country right here. Through this way as well here. Meeting up with this little line here. And basically this entire front collapses as well here. This entire front collapses, and it seems that this Chinese country is continuing to struggle as well here. Team 2 will try to take back this country right here, invading and taking their capital. I don't want to have to get rid of the one in the capital again. As well here, it seems that Team 1, despite with the help of the Greenland country, the Greenland country is, of course, having a very hard time, getting through this area right here, as it is kind of a struggle here, and the African front continues to basically change as well here. And this country right here, this colony right here of the Swedish country, will start to invade this country right here. This colony right here. However, that's because this colony is very isolated as well here. And things are going to get worse for this colony. So, this California country sees this as a huge opportunity to gain land. So, they join Team 1 as well. The California country joins Team 1 as well here. And they basically join the war against them. Basically to take this part of South America. Basically taking over all of this country right here. And this entire front line collapses as well here as this colony completely surrenders over to these here. So the South America feeder has been won so far. It seems that they do control South America so far as well here. In Team 2, they really lost this front. However, Team 2 will do an invasion. The brown country will do an invasion of Madagascar. Madagascar doesn't really have many people in it, so it's not a very difficult place to invade. Obviously, here, invading through the island and occupying it as well here. However, the green country, this dark green country right here, will join Team 2. Yes, this dark green country will join Team 2 in this war as well here. It will cause this Mexico country to join Team 1, which means World War I has now reached the North America continent as well. Also has reached Australia. What is this country down here? Oh, this country is actually a part of this country. So that means this will be fighting down here. I completely forgot about Antarctica, and we're gonna just draw the front line currently in Antarctica. This is the current front line in Antarctica. They are currently losing this front line as well. However, there isn't really much fighting, as Antarctica is not really the most important part of the war. However, Australia is a much more important part of the war. The Mexico country will start to invade Australia, basically pushing them back a lot as well here. And basically they will invade this little country right here. Basically taking them. This country isn't very strong as well here. This will cause all this country's friends to join the war. This country also joins the war, and this country also joins Team 2. So Team 2 does have a new alliance in North America. And they will start to invade this country as well here. As the Mexico country is like the number 2 or number 3 power in the entire world as well here. The California country is of course significantly much more powerful than this weird plains country as well here. But it will serve as a very nice distraction as well here. And with the entrance of these countries, the war has changed once again. here. This force, with the help of the Brown country, will basically use this entire army to cut this area off here, cutting basically with the Swedish country gaining back their forces over here. They're still worried that they might piss off the orange colony, so they're gonna try to avoid the best as possible to basically not enter into them by accident, as they don't want the orange country to join because they're the number one power in the world. Here, this country will continue to invade the Antarctic land as well. Here, it is a very slow and brutal war, however, as it gets cold very quickly in Antarctica, and the Brown country, despite the power, is struggling in this front. The Australia front, the Brown country is able to push back a little bit, as well, again, almost nobody lives here like in Antarctica, so Australia is kind of just like this as well here. Also with the help of Team 1, they are basically able to send troops. So basically the entire world is at war at this point. And Team 2 will take a call to arms for all friendly countries. So this will cause this French country to join. This will cause this yellow country to join Team 2. These two countries as well here. And this country right here, these two countries right here, they wanna take this area right here, so they join as well here. So Team 2, and then Team 1 creates a call of arms too. These two countries join Team 1. This country, these countries stay neutral. They don't want to be taken out, obviously. The Spanish country also joins Team 1. And Korea and these two countries right here join Team 1. Japan stays neutral in this war. Same thing of Alaska. And this country with two capitals stays out of the war too, along with the British Isles countries as well here. And also, the most powerful country in the world stays out of the war, as of now, the Orange country, as they have declared neutrality in this war here. Team 2 forces, however, are much more significantly much more powerful than Team 1 forces on this African front here, and they significantly take these guys' armies out very, very, very easily as well here. Team 2 will continue to invade this area right here. Cutting this land off here. Team 1 will be able to push back this Swedish country and the other blue country out very quickly here. They're also able to push out this country right here. And this area becomes they also start to invade this country right here, but this becomes a pretty big stalemate as well. These countries, are continuing to struggle as well here. And then fighting in the east happens. Immediately, this country starts to invade and cut off this piece of land here. And the northern Chinese country also starts in big invasion. This is right before the other countries joined as well here. However, taking advantage of this fact here, these two Manchurian countries will invade from the east as well here. They're not very powerful countries as well. They're some of the weakest countries in the world, but they're some of the weaker countries in the world as well. But they do get awfully close to the capital of this country. The Korea country is the third strongest country in Asia. In East Asia, which is basically here, behind this Chinese country and this Chinese country as well here. So there's a much needed assurance here. The fourth is the Japanese country as well. The southern Japanese country, not the northern Japanese country. No, the Japanese country is another country with two capitals as well. So they start to invade this country here, and they get very, very, very. They also surround the capital here. This will cause this country here to basically be pushed back here to the border here. Here. The Chinese country is able to basically send the troops in and basically say, hey, here. However, the real most powerful country in Asia is still this massive country here, which again, however, the Pink Chinese country, with the help of Californian troops and Greenlander troops, are able to push back this country very quickly as well here. They're able to push them back all the way towards this here and create a massive front line against them here. Here. The invasion of the Team 1 in Africa continues to go forward as well here. They also basically take the rest of this coastal area right here and here. They also start, Team 2 also starts a massive invasion of this area right here. Here. And with the help of this country right here, they also start to invade. However, a very horrible. Oh wait, we have to update these ones. This country is kind of cooked. They are starting to be invaded as well. They don't really have many people, so these two countries see it as this country has easy pickings. This is a pretty weak country. They have a lot of land, but it's kind of useless land as it's a much northernmost country. The Red Country, one of the oldest countries in the world, is also being invaded as well here. The Red Country wants to get revenge against this country right here. Also, the capital is nowhere to be seen, so we're going to make the capital more visible as well here. The Red Country's capital is completely surrounded. However, the war is about to take a turn for the worst. So, there's a skirmish on the border between these two countries. Yep. As well. The Orange Country, 3 military officers warned of this, and the Orange Country, which was a rebellion, I think that's what it was. They joined Team 1. Yep. So, the tide of the war has been turned completely. The strongest country in the world has joined Team 1 because of an idiot general. They also get these two countries to join as well here, as these two countries are kind of allied to this country here, and same thing with this little country right here. They are kind of friendly to each other now. They used to be enemies, but they are now friendly. They're kind of just economically tied to these countries. So they kind of formed a small little alliance here. This will raise alarm bells in the yellow team, and basically they will invade all sorts of the land here, basically invading all of here, and basically occupying this land here. The Brazilian troops will enter into Africa as well here. Troops in Africa, which were stationed here, will start to do a massive invasion of the Central African area here. They'll also start to use the troops to liberate this area here, which was occupied by the Green Country as well here. They'll also start to invade these two little countries down here, which we're really hoping. This country that straight up leaves the war. They know they can't win as well. They did not anticipate the most powerful country. This country will also sue for peace, so they will leave the war completely. And now we're gonna be facing off. No, these two countries. These two countries stay in the war as well here. However, they were gonna be facing a massive amount of troops, as this country has at least 1 million troops. The majority will be on the front lines in North America. All of South America's troops, besides the essential troops, will be in Africa, and the rest 20% will be in the European front lines. The European front lines, this French country was kind of being pushed back a little bit. Yeah. However, the French were pushing into the Iberian country. Yeah, it was kind of a very slow war, obviously as well. However, this will be able to liberate a lot of this country right here, giving them back a lot of land here. With the help of the most powerful country in the world, here, they will start to be able to push here and even start a invasion force into here as well here. And there we go. The next episode of this series should wrap up the First World War, the first Great War. Will this country be able to overcome this country, or is it truly over for the Red Country? Goodbye.